Today in reading, we are going to be looking at our reading VIPERs. Let's remind ourselves of what the VIPERs stand for. Vocabulary, infer, prediction, explain, retrieve, sequence or summarize. Now today we're going to be focusing on one of these skills. Yesterday you looked at the vocabulary, and that's the choice of words a writer decided to use to inform the reader. Today we are going to be looking at retrieval. Okay, and I've put a picture here to help us visualize that skill. So retrieving information is when you might have a question about a piece of text, and you go and you look at the text, you find the answer, the facts and the information, and then you bring it back to form an answer. Okay, so you're retrieving information and identifying facts and information that has been explained to us. So let's look carefully at our explanation text. Now I've read this to you before and we've also looked at it today. If you're not sure about reading it by yourself, go back and watch one of the other videos. Okay, so we're going to be retrieving information from our explanation text all about paint. So the first thing I would say that you need to do is to read carefully through the explanation text once more, so that all of that knowledge is secured in your mind, so you know every part about it. So read through the text, and then we're going to be answering some questions based on the text. Now all the answers can mainly be found in the text, so we'll read the question and then retrieve the information from this text. Now let's look at our steps to success when answering questions based about a text. So, when we have questions, it's really important that you read the question carefully. Sometimes you might need to read it once or twice or 3 times to really understand what you are being asked to do. The next thing to do is to highlight the key words or information that you need to look for. Now, some questions will have different questioning words. For example, we have here different types of question words, and they're all asking you to find different information. So if it asks you what, then you need to always find a specific thing or a specific in relation to something. If the questioning word is where, then you would need to find a name of a place or a position. If it's saying to you when, you would need to find a date or a time. Okay? If the questioning word is why, that's when in your answer you need to explain something and give a cause of something. So you might need to use the conjunction because. Which, it's giving you an option there when you might need to have a choice about something. You've got 2 options in the text and you need to choose a certain one to match the question. If the questioning word is who, that's when we need to find somebody's name. Okay, that's asking us about a person. Whose, okay, that questioning word would tell us when you have to choose between maybe 2 people. How, questioning word, if you see that at the start of a question, you're going to have to probably explain or describe a process of doing something, okay? So here are our steps to success when we are text marking successfully. So the first thing to do is read the question, highlight the keywords or information that you need to look for. So highlight the type of questioning word, and that will tell you what you need to find, either a place or a name or a date. Okay, and then also highlight any keywords that you can find in the text to find your answer. Then you're going to skim and scan the text, and skim and scamming just means you wash over the text with your eyes. You go through it quickly with your finger and you just look for those key words. The next thing, once you've found that keyword, then you need to read the whole sentence the word is in to form your answer. The next thing you need to do is highlight the information that links to the question, okay? And then number 6, you need to take the information and you need to write your answer in a full sentence. So let's try one together, and then you're independently going to answer some questions about the text. So here we have a question. It says, what does the writer say about paint having the power to do? So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to highlight in there the key words. Okay, so what is the questioning word? So what, we need to find something specific that it's asking us. Okay, then we also need to highlight any key words that's going to help us find that information quicker. So what does the writer say about paint, so we know we're looking for something about paint, having the power to do. So I've highlighted my keywords in that question. What, paint, power. Okay, so that's the information I need to find. What does paint have the power to do? So I've got my 3 really important keywords in my question. Now I'm going to skim and scan over the text, and I'm going to, with my finger, just look for those words paint and power. So I'm going to go over it. Oh, I know I've got paint here. Could read that sentence. If you don't like it, paint over it. That's not telling me information that links to that question. I'm going to skim over it. Oh, I found the word power. I'm going to highlight that because that was in my question. Now I'm going to read the whole sentence that word is in. It's certainly true that paint has the power to change things. Now I found the information that links to the question. It tells me that paint has the power to change things. So now I'm going to highlight all of that information. Okay, now I'm going to take that information back. I've retrieved it from the text. I'm going to take it back to form my answer and write that in a sentence. So I'm going to over here. So I'm going to use a full sentence. So paint has the power to change things, full stop. Okay, I could even, if I wanted to extend myself and say the writer has said that paint has the power to change things, and I could even use some of the things that he's explained that it changes in the text that you already know. Okay, so that's how to answer a question successfully using retrieval skills. Highlight, skim and scan over the text, highlight where you found the information, and then form your answer in a full sentence, okay, in your own words. If you're finding it tricky to highlight, remember the text is on Seesaw, and you can highlight over the text with the highlighting tools on one of the tasks. Now, these are the questions that you are going to answer in your book, okay? So you have 6 questions here to answer. So think about the questioning word. Follow your steps to success. I can't wait to see your learning.